Hey! Hello there! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi! It's gonna be exciting finishing the main chapter today. Ooh, you tried to pull for Draco and FGO. Had about 80 pulls in reserves. Didn't get any. Aw, man. Like, oof, though. What a tease. Your luck will replenish soon enough. I know, man, I wonder how this is gonna be. The red sun lingers. Even should the sun and moon stand still, this rage will never end. Unexploded beep resisted its user. Oh, it costs 0, okay. Interesting how this one costs 0. Huh. Alrighty, if it's cheap, I'll accept it. Ah, no wonder why it's 0. Oh, this will be interesting. The red sun lingers. Like, that part of the stage just has some fun stuff on it. They're still chasing us. No sign that they're going to stop firing. But Toshiki has a communicator. She can hear what the people up front are saying. We'll listen to her. Good luck, miners. They'll be fine. For now, until the drone comes back. Come on, miners, hurry up. You got this. Phew. Escape the drone. The explosions are getting closer. We've wounded. We just need to cross the ice. The group in front is almost with the people coming to pick us up. What if they keep firing even after we're on the ice? Someone needs to distract them. Don't be stupid. Come on, miners, you got this. Oh no. Oh, they got one down. No, just keep running. Just keep running. Yeah, that ain't good. Foolish resistance. Last of the miners are literally skipping bombshells. Imagine having shield guards going after you as crazy. I know, right? It's like, what do you mean? I only have pickaxe and that's all.
For the Tsar, for the glory of Ursus. We shall not stop or rest until all traitors lie dead.
He's like, not. Holy cow, I'm allergic to something. Gunfire continues to chase them. They seem to see the frozen lake surface. Or is it just an illusion? Sneeze. I've been sneezing since work time. I think I'm allergic to something at work. Only the aurora gives them light, helps them perceive reality. The colorful aurora exists, but only as an onlooker. What's the situation in the rear Elysium?
We took another round of fire. We're regrouping and catching up.
Stay safe. We're moving forward at a steady pace. Don't worry about us. The scout team is about to arrive at the rendezvous point, Amiya. Stay in touch. What do these do? Fire bullets at a certain distance. Interesting. We'll never use this before, so I'll use it. Why not? Oh, this is intriguing. Well, these are operators I never use, so it's gonna be fun. You know, why not? Ooh. More operators I don't use. You know, actually having a healer might be smart. I don't know what that does, but I'm gonna use it nonetheless. Oh, this is gonna be chaos. Wait, just do a thing. Actually, this might work out. Might not be too scary. Hey, monster. Good fishy. You know, why not? Thank you, little fishy. Okay, so far so good. There's 3 left. Not too scary. Okay, way easier than the bear. Ta-da! Dispatch speaking. Target acquired. They're moving toward Lake Neva. Cease fire and surround the target coordinates. Coordinates sent to your terminals. I didn't even finish the bear. Because when I put someone down, I think it's because my operators cost too much. I gotta start raising some people that cost less. Are you out of the woods, Radian? Scouting here. We're at the rendezvous point.
The first batch of vehicles are here. We need to wait for the second batch to arrive. Sorry I didn't expect things to get so urgent.
Have you tracked more of the army's movements, Radian? Not yet. The military channel went dark after our broadcast. They're on guard now, and we're unable to get more information. It's so quiet. It's making me uneasy. Stay hidden, Amiya. We'll be careful. Stay in touch. How's Mantra? Still exhausted. Vitochka and the others have made a stretcher for her.
Amiya.
Mantra, you shouldn't be talking.
I'm awake. Tell Lycium that I can walk on my own.
No, not yet.
See, I told you so.
Remember how Blaze was bedridden for 2 weeks after getting injured on a mission? We didn't let her feet touch the ground for a single second. So don't even think about it, dear Mantra. Yeah, the bear's using extreme brute force, aka just running through.
The situation is different.
Okay, here's a compromise. Once you're through the woods, you can choose me or Elysium to be your crutch. Is Grifferberg on the other side of the frozen lake? I heard the infected can't enter nomadic cities.
I never went to the cities before I got infected. I lived all my life in the villages until a catastrophe infected most of us. But they said we didn't need to walk, right? There'll be vehicles like the ones we found. I think Nikto was from Grifferberg. Too bad he isn't here. Say, what do you think Nikto and Rankin are doing, Vitochki? Could they have already made it to the village they were talking about?
Maybe. I hope so. Nikoshi Guma lived for a tiny bit and then she died. I couldn't even bring Mudrock out. She cost too much.
Everyone, take cover now.
I feel like most of my operators that I raised cost over 20 or 30.
An explosion from the forest? Is the army here?
I just sensed it. Another army's attacking from the east. They know where we are. They're not trying to force us in the direction of Lake Neva.
They're out of their minds. We're raiding the central governorate. The armies must know what that means.
Deity Grifferberg is under threat. The army will eliminate the enemy. It's a public broadcast. They're telling Grifferberg that they're putting down a rebellion.
I see. This was their plan all along. All this killing and hurting. They're planning to reach the capital under the pretext of putting down a rebellion and negotiate with the state council by pointing their guns at the gates of Deity Grifferberg. This is what they're trying to achieve by sacrificing hundreds of thousands in the far north.
Can you hear me, Mia? There are army units to your east. The magnetic storms are interfering with the comms. I can't get a good signal at this range. The rest of the group will arrive soon. Aloysius, I need you to get to them on the vehicles and evacuate in an orderly manner.
What about you?
I must go back and point that way for them.
You leaving me here with these vehicles? Aren't you worried that I would abandon you and flee to Grifferberg?
If that's your decision, I would appreciate a heads up. Rhodes Island will find a way.
You? Ha. Is this Rhodes Island full of people like you?
No, they're much braver than I. Your command, Sergeant. Okay, back to the forest.
What the hell's that thing behind us? It appeared out of nowhere.
Stumbles.
Look out. The army's shelling indiscriminately. Should we find another path?
Can you reach Radiant, Elysium? The scout team might be in even more danger than we are. Amiya, where are you? We're still in the forest on the eastern shores of Lake Neva. We're being fired upon by the army. They have reinforcements coming from the east. We must get through the lake as quickly as possible. Grifferberg is on the other side. The armies cannot set foot on the western shore of Lake Neva without permission. That's our only chance. We need to clear Lake Neva before the armies complete their encirclement. Radiant? Radiant? Magnetic Storm Communications. Southwest Ice. No lights, everyone. We'll have to cross the lake in darkness. Go southwest. I'll point the way. I understand. The stars show the way. This must be terrifying. Cannon shells fall like thunder, exploding in the middle of the crowd. The shockwave and shrapnel split the procession in two. Dyaja Voya! A crack appears in the ice, and some people have fallen into it.
Ag! The ice is still cracking. We can't get through.
Go back, now! Don't come this way!
They're getting closer.
Can you reach Radiant? Bitoshki's name is literally Branches. Aww. He was pretty cute though. Hello, hello. We got separated. We have some straggling miners we need to pick up to the northwest of where the shells fell. Roger. On my way.
Ugh.
Darya, your leg. It's bleeding. I'll wrap it up. I'll help.
No, Bitoshki, leave me here. I have flint and kindling. Give me a torch and go. I'll buy you what time I can.
I'll carry you, Darya. And ooh! Yo, congratulations for the gacha luck. Thank you. Yeah, when I was a little baby, cannons are firing like fireworks. But instead of the sky, we were the sky. Don't give up. Yes, don't give up. The bleeding will stop soon. You can get further treatment once we're on the vehicles.
But those bastards won't wait. They're hurting us like wild manglers. Don't you see? If they just want to kill us, they could have burned every inch that we passed through, blown every building up. Do you think they couldn't do it?
That's no reason to give up.
You don't understand. I was a hunter before they threw me into the mines. I know what some of the city folk like to do on hunting trips. They corral their game in one place, kill a couple, then watch the rest struggle. Honestly, I didn't know how much time I can buy. But I have to try. It's just a hole in my leg. I'll crawl if I can't walk. I can get a few dozen meters to the east. Stop wasting time, leave the torch and go. Go! Good luck. One by one. We'll be here for 15 minutes. There's no need to. Push. The operator falls quiet. No one is pushing and no one is squeezing. They just keep walking forward silently. They're just trying their best. I've never seen an evacuation so orderly. Not even the famously disciplined First Army could do this. That's a good thing, right? It's not normal, is it? It's as though they don't have survival instincts. Alright, maybe I'm overthinking it. And you, aren't you worried about your captain in the rear? Our captain is the most experienced of us by far. The operator stands on tiptoes, trying to see past the end of the procession that is indistinguishable from the pitch-black ice, looking for a captain. All she sees is the bright red in the distance. Did they really stop there? The enemy's shelling the ice. I couldn't reach the driver. Someone needs to tell her to keep the vehicle running and be ready to roll at a moment's notice. Do you read me? Roger. You should get on, Aloysius. I'll take care of things here. No, you go first and talk to the driver, for your captain. I'm staying here. Aloysius, please stay safe too. It was a torch that distracted the army. It began with a single torch that someone at the end of the procession raised. No one heard if he said anything, no one asked why he did it. He simply stopped, lit his torch, and began to walk in the opposite direction. Who lit the torch? I thought they said no lights. It's Kian. Kian, the one who made flint for everyone? I saw he gave some firewood to Daria just now. It's him. He's walking back. But that's where all the soldiers are. Is he trying to get himself killed? He's doing the same thing that Daria's doing. But we're so close to safety. I have a flint too and some firewood. What are you doing? They're shelling the ice. They won't let us go. If we don't do something, we'll all die. But I want to live. I want to go to Grifferberg. We would have died in the mines, remember? Like all other infected in Ursus. But if we could help the folks on the front line survive, and the young ones who came to her aid. People will remember what happened here long after we old-timers are gone. One torch passes as flames flame to another. One miner forsakes his life, then a second, and a third. One by one, the miners who have not yet boarded the vehicles raise their torches and walk in the opposite direction. Well... Towards Kian, towards Daria, towards the trail of footsteps that led here, and towards the impending threat. They can't bury us. Not anymore. You're right. They can't bury us quietly anymore. Not in the snow, in the mines, or in the lakes. We'll take the torch from my brothers and sisters, and we'll light the way. We'll make sure that all of Ursa sees, and knows that we once lived. The miners who chose to stay behind raise their torches high in the cold night. They form a bright belt of fire on the ice, one that the gunners cannot miss. Ursus will not bury this night away. Ursus will not bury this night the way it has buried many others, they firmly believe. The red eyes gaze upon the firelight. Welp. The guns continue to fire, and the ice continues to crack, sending more miners into the gaping crevices. Hello, hello. They shout and keep their torches high to the very end, with only a slight trembling in their voices. Of course, they are afraid. Of course, they are fearful. But they keep their torches raised, trading their lives for the lives of those behind them. The Rose Island personnel try to stop them, but no one listens. They're still firing, Amiya. Aloysius' vehicles are full, and the next batch hasn't arrived yet. Amiya! Why are they doing this?
We have to stop them. We can't let...
I can't stop this many in my current state. But there must be something we can do.
Mantra... I can feel it. I can feel their anger. It's so powerful. It's like it's burning into ashes. No. I won't let them. This ladder has to stop. I'm probably gonna skip nasty. Or actually, no, I'll give her one multiple, that's it though. Anger. The same anger. An emotion that Amiya has always fought to suppress, one that she would never allow to run unchecked. Anger lights up her eyes, ignites her heart, and flows to her fingertips. Even if I don't take revenge, even if I never hold a grudge, I still have the right to rage on forever. The cerulean and black sword of wrath once again appears in her hand. Ying Xiao. Ooh, Amiya brought out the sword. A clean swing, blue fire bursts from the tip of the sword, the highly concentrated energy drawing a wall of fire on the ice in the blink of an eye. Another long and clear boundary. Ooh. You're in the stable until you get the next limited banner, understandable. On one side, the cracking ice and shells are repelled by the wall of fire. On the other, the little courteous and the torch-bearing infected. Amiya points her sword at the shore, at the army that has herded and slaughtered people like livestock. You go no further. Blue fire rages at her sword tip, a warning to the murderers. Beat the guns, the soldiers, or the battleships until the flames cease and the score is settled. None shall pass. Sir, high part Urgenium signal, 12 o'clock, source unknown. Slow down and observe. Yes, sir. Did they cease fire? No, they just slowed down. You stop some of their attacks, Amiya. Rendezvous ASAP. The other vehicles will arrive soon. Let's get out of here. No. I'm staying until everyone is out. Wait. Something's coming. A vehicle's coming toward us at high speed from the west, but it's not one of ours. I think it's a truck. They drove into the ice. On alert. Hey, monster. Hi. Radian. Finally got this thing to work. It's me. It's us. Me, Dr. Ksenia. And Ludmilla. An operator crown slayer. I like how we just casually picked her up. And Ludmilla. Rhodes Island. Assemble. Amiya! Doctor, monster, how did you... And Operator Crown Slayer? Or she's picking us up. Ooh. I might as well get the skins. Like, at the very least. Didn't have time to chat along the way. I have a lot of questions myself. But get on first. We owe the Truckers Union one. I'll tell you about it later. We owe the Truckers Union one. Is everyone alright? Won't disappoint you. I'll catch up later. For now, we need to get out of here. Thank you, Truckers Union. Yes, Operator Monster, Operator Crown Slayer. And Misaki reporting in. After scanning the survivors on the ice, the lights of the outpost on the southwest shore of Lake Neva point to the army on the opposite shore. White light faces off against red light, and the shelling grows even sparser. All units, this is dispatch.
All units, cease fire immediately. We have an urgent request from Deity Grifferberg. Repeat, all units, cease fire immediately. Please acknowledge. Yes, sir. Looks like it stopped. For real this time.
And everyone's here. Thank goodness.
Yes, looks like you made it.
Yay! Woohoo! Oh, that's a big line. Okay. 1619. I love it. Shut up and get in. Oath of the Mad. There's something in our blood that is fundamentally incompatible with true progress. The only way to change it is to transform ourselves. Ooh, henshin. I love me a good henshin. Veterans Home, Deity Grifferberg.
This is my report on the Far North incident. I'll submit my written report within 1 week. Thank you, Lieutenant, but I still have questions. What you've mentioned, getting into the mining district, investigating the miners, evacuating them under the Army's gunfire, those are merely the process. An event must have cause, process, and result, just like how crops grow from seeds and yield fruits. I apologize for my poor presentation, Your High Excellency, but I've mentioned both the cause of the event and how we handled the aftermath. All scattered information. You've described the details, but you have not seen the big picture. How can the reader understand what the writer fails to perceive? Have you forgotten how to write a report in the 5 years since you graduated from the military academy? Or do you want me to submit a fragmented, incomplete report to His Imperial Majesty? I can forgive your youthful errors, but Ursus cannot afford to wait. I apologize. I will fill in the gaps in the written report. We do not have the time to address the consequences of your omissions. The price of trial and error is too high. I need you to tell me right here, right now, what role do you think Grand Duchess Elizabeth played? Were there signs of her association with the armies? As for the infected that we rescued, can they truly be of help to us? I'm not sure I have sufficient information to talk about it in an informed manner. You experienced the events firsthand. No one is more informed than you. Speak, child. I will listen. I believe that the Grand Duchess was simply going with the flow. She had learned about the Royal Guard's death and the miners' escape before we even planned to enter the mining district. All she needed to do was to let a little information out, and the Fourth Army would have an excuse to clean up and proceed towards the central government under the pretext of quelling the rebellion. This way, the Grand Duchess could cover up the death of the Royal Guard on her watch, and the army can deploy on the borders of the central government, as it does now. As for why the army is doing this, I believe you know better than anyone. They mistake the Tsar's benevolence for weakness. They will pay the price. I concur with most of your speculation, Elota. But there's one thing that you are missing. The Yodsvo. It disappeared. I could not confirm whether it was real or not, but I do not even feel the need to dig any deeper. After all, we witnessed the burning of the last Yodsvo with our own eyes. You do not believe it was the Yodsvo who appeared in the far north? I simply believe you know more than I do. What troubling madman. A poisonous relic of an older era. I will get to the bottom of it. Ursus does not need a Yodsvo anymore. Now, let us get back to the topic at hand. Were the goals accomplished, Lieutenant? They failed to hush up the news of the Orvane exhaustion, which leads us to your other question. Can the infected that we rescued truly be of help to us? In fact, they've already helped. The belt of torches on the ice awakened all the outposts around Lake Neva on the Grifferberg side. Every household in Ursus has heard their message. Ursus abandoned them. Who'll be next? Everyone asks the same question. The newspapers, intercity comms, late-night radio. The miners in the mines ask. The workers in the city ask. Wealthy citizens ask. Poor vagabonds ask. Soldiers ask. Students ask. The Grand Duchess expected the miners to die in the far north, but they survived, testifying to the exhaustion of the ore veins and exposing the inadequacy of the reforms. Slow, gradual improvement is not enough for the pressing needs of Ursus's development. We must act before even more people are fed into the hungry machine of the Empire. You said yourself that Ursus can no longer afford to wait. You're digressing, Lieutenant. You said Rhodes Island helped the infected miners. Send the message. Send the message. Yes. Right now, however, we should focus on... What do you think of Rhodes Island? We should be vigilant. They demonstrated military-level coordination during the tracking and evacuation process, and they possess a natural advantage in their understanding of the infected. There are plenty of reasons to be vigilant. Or perhaps, their strength is something that we can leverage. As far as I'm aware, Rhodes Island has no permanent presence in Ursus. Perhaps, we can invite them to set up a branch office in Grifferberg or a nearby city. Perhaps. The Grand Duchess might strike first. She's not one to be rash. Did you mention the name Kelsey to the Rhodes Islanders? Yes, they said that Kelsey previously served as a physician at Rhodes Island, but had died in an accident. Are you certain? I dispatched a unit to the scene of the incident to ascertain. From what we know so far, there is no reason to think otherwise. Wilderness, Central Government Ursus. So, Kelsey's dead. The name of the chairman wit extracted from the Chernobog lab files is no longer of use. You're looking for Kelsey? Why? Because of the sarcophagus, of course. Of course, Ursus needs its energy. Yeah, Wit, first made you properly introduce yourself in person to us. As the first step of cooperation with Rhodes Island. You know where it is? I don't know the specifics, unfortunately. But Wit gave you a name, Kelsey. He wanted you to find Kelsey through us. Wit trusts you. Of course, otherwise... He wouldn't have sent me alone. Sent me to the far north alone. Yes, he trusts me. It's the duty of a soldier to follow orders, and it's not my place to complain, even if I should die in the far north. But it shouldn't be this way. Miners and civilians were massacred, but the Grand Duchess gets out unscathed, and the army is able to deploy a stone's throw from Grifferberg, with no consequences. This isn't how things should be. How can I go back like this? Lieutenant Gorchakova, if I told you there was a way to bring Kelsey back to life, what would you do? What? Are you joking? How's it possible? Is this Kelsey like the Fae of legend, able to return to life whenever she wants? Wait a moment, the chairman did say that the secret police once believed Director Kelsey to have died in that incident. But... You just tell me like that? Did you think I would trust you the same way in return? You're not even Ursine. What if someone of us used to be? You. Even if you really do know nothing, we won't forget that you once stood with us there, helping evacuate the infected. We appreciate what you did, Lieutenant Gorchakova, even if you don't need our thanks. Am I right? Tell me, and I'll listen, once again as a child of Ursus. Alright, I knew I couldn't resist a chance to awaken a string Ursine's identity. What I know about the sarcophagus is very limited. Lieutenant? I'm sorry, I think I got distracted. It's alright, bad habits of the elderly. I can't stop myself when I start talking about the motherland and our future with the youth. Perhaps you really do need rest. I've taken up too much of your time. No, your High Excellency, I was simply thinking about what you said. Get some rest, Lieutenant. Unlike the far north, Grifferberg still sees some daylight this time of year. Do not forget to finish your report once you've rested. He's surprisingly nice. Especially after she got distracted. Instead of getting offended, like, how dare you get distracted while talking to me? It's like, oh, you're tired. You know what? Go rest for now. Go sleep. As the mines begin to reopen gradually in the northern tundra, the Third Army casts its gaze towards the Central Governorate. The Fourth Army continues its illegal presence on the border of the Central Governorate. All citizens are advised to respect the cordon and refrain from traveling to the Lake Neva area. The First Army has begun to conscript students from dozens of universities in the Central Governorate without authorization from the State Council. Student protests across the country are being bloodily suppressed. The 2nd and 7th Armies have been mobilized in response to Grifferberg's request.
That's all you see in the papers these days. I've got a cousin going to school in the central government. Haven't heard from her in a while. Did you hear? Uchitel Nitsa Kolshana didn't go to D.D. Griffithburg Imperial University. She went to the mines to teach the miners how to read. That's so brave and selfless of her. I want to follow in her footsteps when I graduate. I hope we'll see her again. Don't listen to everything you've read in the papers. It's all bad news to make us anxious and demoralize us. The student council's holding a protest in Igor Memorial Park. Are you going? Of course. Me too. Meeting room. There's a lot of movement in the military. Student and worker strikes are taking place all across the country, but they're being suppressed even swifter and more harshly than before. Also, the Griffithburg police recently arrested a student from literature department attempting to graffiti the Grand Hall of the State Council. I've heard the Petrashevsky group is soliciting donations and trying to get him released. It's true. I've checked with them. Every underground tabloid is spreading the news about him, and the words he wrote on the walls of the council hall. The underground tabloids are printing far quicker than the censors can keep up. Let's put that in the next letter to Sonia. They should be on their way back to Griffithburg, come to think of it. Right, anyway. There are curfews everywhere. There's no guarantee they'll make it back on schedule. Yes, I hope things go smoothly on their side. They will. Oh, back here. Worker? Getting in wasn't that hard. Voice and earpiece. Just because I hacked the monitors doesn't mean you can let your guard down. They say the session has been suspended indefinitely, but they could also resume at any time. The corridor leading to the meeting hall is still being patrolled 4 times an hour. Not counting the time it takes to get out, you have 8 minutes to leave your mark. P, break something and take a piece. Can you do something that doesn't make so much noise and actually mean something? Well, I'll think about it. Why do I have to dress like this anyway? It's not like my normal clothes are all that conspicuous. You're wearing a Griffithburg plumber's uniform. They don't have a seat on the council, but they have access to the council hall, and they're responsible for maintenance work throughout the building. While there's no way for students like us, complete non-producers, to gain access to the council, much less gain any real influence. Bah, why am I even explaining all this to you? I'm hanging up. You have 6 minutes. Botani out. Look. What should I do? 6 minutes. The student in the plumber's uniform casts his gaze towards the end of the council hall, where the symbol of Ursine Divine Glory shines bright on the wall. He thinks for a moment, then squints and pulls out a can of red spray paint. Ah. There's a graffiti. Brecken is not on duty today, but his colleague, who lives next door to him, sent his youngest son to his place and asked him to take his shift today because he had a fever and a splitting headache. Brecken, being the kind-hearted man that he is, agreed. Scarcely could he imagine what he would see when he walked into the council hall. Gosdar, Batyushka. The golden symbol on the wall is fully covered in red paint. Beneath it are words written in the same red paint, in the Ursine language. The victor displays the emblem of the vanquished for his vanity, but he will forever stand in the shadow of the vanquished if he cannot cast it away. That was a longer message than I thought it would be. Yakov Petrov, penned in prison in the autumn of 1076. Wow. Abnormal Spectrum, episode 16 end. Ooh, and then I get to go to the other files. You know how Rhodes Island acts when it comes to nations, Rhode Island? Always in the shadows, but are never in the forefront. Yeah, it's better to do things in the shadow for sure. Support quietly. Okay, so it starts from here. Let me just grab these first. Collect all. Ta-da! Ooh, incoming mail. That's fun. Mine. Play. Incoming mail. Rankin, we made it. The village near the Ursus Cashmere's border, where Union is. This warm, egalitarian, idealistic place. Oh, that's good! They made it? That's wonderful news! Barren farmlands, Ursus Cashmere's border. Oh, another sunny day. I don't seem to remember any winters ever being so warm. How wonderful. As long as the wheat we're planting survives the winter and we don't hit a catastrophe, we'll be self-sufficient next year.
It's a little too early to celebrate after all I've been through.
Come on, have a little optimism, babushka. There's a time we thought we have nowhere to go, and that we die in the barrens, but now we have our own farm, a house, and hot porridge. Huh? Who's over there? It's Miss Tallulah, a 9. Hey, Tallulah. Miss Tallulah, do you come here to help pulling weeds?
Tallulah, she's talking to you. Oh. Yes, that's right. Am I doing it wrong?
Community service.
I saw everyone doing it this way, and the weeds here have grown pretty tall. So tall that you can't see the wheat.
No, you're doing it right. Pulling the weeds out will help make sure the wheat gets enough nutrients to survive the winter. You're such a quick learner. You've already pulled so many. And you haven't hurt a single wheat bud. Looks like you don't need my help anymore.
You taught us well. How's the call, by the way?
The new medicine he's been taking is very effective. Thanks to you. He used to writhe in pain until he fell out of bed at night, but no more.
Be sure to take care of yourself, too.
I know, honestly. This is already much better than what I was expecting. Getting to keep him by my side. Thank you, both of you. And bless the reunion movement.
No need to thank me.
But yeah, Rankin was really hurt, so who knows?
It's been 2 years, and you still feel uneasy when people show you the gratitude. I thought you'd gotten used to it long ago. Well, I'm not the one they should be thanking. Sure enough, they're united under Reunion's banner, but they should actually be thanking themselves. Not everyone has the courage and ability to rebuild their lives from rubble. I hope they'll realize that. And you might want to realize how obvious it is when your mind is drifting away. I was just wondering, when is Huichie going to come back again? Don't tell me you're worried about her. Every time she's here, she brings us back news. Catastrophe messengers avoid this disputed area, and normal ones won't so much as pass through. The information network we've spent 2 years building up is still far from comprehensive. I'm waiting for Huichie to bring something more real. What kind of news do you want to hear? Anything. I want to know what's actually happening in Ursus right now. You don't believe what we saw in the West. What, do you? The upper class gave a little handout of kindness, and that was enough to quell the anger for the most part, and enough to make those beset by injustice to forget to think and resist. At the very least, we certainly did not receive any requests for help from the mining districts, whether from the West or even farther away. Perhaps they just don't know of our existence, or they can't reach us.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to reach you guys. Chen is going back to Yana this time. You like how sisters keep in touch? Yeah, Wei and Wu take notes.
Besides, we've still yet to build a truly stable stronghold here. But the people here haven't lost hope in us because of it. But they should, 9. Tallulah looks back in the direction where the sun is hanging high in the sky. She stares into its light until her eyes start to hurt. Don't stare at the sun. Pretty. Even if her village is almost self-sufficient right now, an unforeseen catastrophe could easily wipe everything out in one fell swoop. The first couple months we saw that happen again and again, and it took much trial and error for us to make it here. But these peaceful days won't last long. I once believed that after our long journey, we'd have more companions leave us to remain. I never would have thought our group would grow larger. And it's not because we ran into more oppressed people, it's because those who chose us haven't lost faith in us, even if they ought to have. All we've done is show them a bit of kindness, and most of them chose to give unconditional trust in return, even after they felt the pain of survival time and again. Their barren lands can still yield these emotions more precious than gold? I can't. After all that, I can't imagine. Which is why I started to think, what if it's just how everything is supposed to unfold? This is the truth that these humblest people believe. They fall down, they get back up, they fail, and they start over. What's your point? We will fail again, 9, but I think we won't have to fear this anymore. Aw. This should have been built in the tundra years ago. Well, you're wrong. I've never been afraid of it. But those who walked with us have felt that fear. After all, not everyone has such a grand outlook as you. Many of them just hope to see the next sunrise. 9. The new suppressant pipeline's finished. Should we put it to use right away? Valia? Yes? If I were to tell you we're banning this place and heading to D.D. Grifferberg, what would you do? Ha, of course I'm coming with you. Why? What about the others? Them too. We knew all along that reunion wasn't going to stop here. But I don't think all of us should go. Everyone's been doing different things here for a while. Those of us who can fight should go with you, but the rest can still stay here. You're right. Humph. 9. It's just as he said. I think perhaps we're ready now. We're ready to face the hideous truth hiding behind all that's bright and colorful. After they've long taken root and proliferated, they can't all be pulled out at once. In such a case, we can only keep pulling away, a second time and a third time, for as long as we live until someone finally succeeds. Now that we know who we must bring together, the time may have come to break these shackles, and we should do it without hesitation. Uniting all those who can unite, and breaking all chains that should never have chained us. We only sing opportunity. Hey, Red. Tallulah, 9. It's urgent. What is it, Red? It's not like you to look so nervous. I ran into a group of refugees near the village. They said they're miners who escaped the far north, and they're here because they've heard tell of a reunion. I checked them over, they're unarmed, and they're all infected. I had them wait at a sentry post. We need to decide what to do. From the far north? We haven't heard much from there. What do you mean, they escaped? Yeah, not much intel ever leaks out of there. As for what happened, maybe it's better you hear it from them. Thanks. Thanks for taking us in, kind lady, mister. Are you the reunion movement we heard about? I never would have thought, but Rankin told us was true. Oh my goodness. Slow down. We're reunion, and we'll do what we can to help all of our suffering comrades. Ooh, a lot of them will have one heck of a glow-up. Ooh. Could you please tell us what you've been through? There was a massacre in the far north. I'm glad they made it there. A known touch. Events of the past. A sunken city resurfaces, an abandoned mining lab is relit. Anything can happen in the times like these. Alrighty.
The guns have stopped.
Can we go now? Not upwards, but down, before the bombs can reach us. Get up, Yuri. And the rest of you. We need to find Rankin and the place he was talking about. You know, the bravest ones of us have all left with Rankin to take the outpost. The bombing stopped and we don't know what's going on up there. The only way to find them is up. Either we save them, or as Rankin said, remember them. Crawl. Pull yourselves on with your pickaxes if you can't walk. But Rankin gave us his mining lamp. Do you remember what he said? He didn't see anything. That's right, he didn't say anything. This is no different from the supplies that they left behind. Or we can choose to leave it here, as a reminder. Yes, reminder. Leave the lamp and the mining cart. The one that we pushed all the way up, the way here. If anyone ever comes through, I remember that you can write, Yuri. We've got some blank pages at the back of the logbook. We might as well not waste it. Come here, I'll tell you what to write. If anyone comes, at least they'll know what happened here. At least one person can write. On my Northern Tundra Ursus, Winter 1101. Sir, where are we going? I don't think the factory's this way. Shut up and keep walking. I said walk! The mines have stopped again. So nothing for the processing plants to work with. Where would they take us if they don't need hands upstairs? They dragged even the sickest ones out of their beds. Half of the mine is here. I don't want to keep walking. I don't want to die. Shh. Go through the forest to the lake. That's where you'll meet your end. Don't even think about running away. Heavy military boots step on the snowy forest floor, moving forward, urging forward. The miners are being escorted by far more than just a few men. Ooh. Here, stop. Let's begin. Everyone, on the ice. No, sir, please. The saber cuts her throat, spilling hot blood in the soldier's armor. For the glory of Ursus. Bose moi. Proceed. Next, fill the gap, hurry! Why do we have to be treated like this? Shut up, you... your book. Were the Tsar's promises all a lie? Are lives worth less than that of a burdened beast? Tell me. As the soldier's about to raise his hand again, the rumbling in the ground becomes perceptible. It starts with a tiny crack from the surface from the deep below, before snowballing quickly. The ground trembles, and the center of the lake collapses, the result of geological changes accumulated over time swallows the infected on the ice, and their would-be executioners. Run! The miner shakes off the stunned soldier and runs in the direction they came from. Catastrophe! It's a catastrophe! Good timing! Soldier, miner, killer, victim. The vast lake Angara accepts all and delivers all. Beneath the ice, an ancient nomadic city rises as the terrain changes, emerging through the sheet into the light of day. The old-style buildings and the writhing faces of the dead look the same as they did when the city sank. Reconstruction District, far north Ursus. Northern Tundra, catastrophe, lake. All those words crammed into this tiny space, and I only recognize 3. You'll learn them in time. The lessons here are too basic for me. I'm planning to take over the work at the mines, which has been left untended for a while, and maybe learn a craft other than shoe repair. Once the curfew's lifted, I want to go to D.D. Grifferberg. I don't want to go to Grifferberg. I just want to learn to read. 3 words a day makes 21 a week in 1 month. Hi, hey, creepy snake uncle. I'm glad to see your eagerness. Chapter 16 took place in the month of September to October in the year 1101. It must be December now, so 2 months have passed. Ooh, same time the events in Taraga are taking place. Do you need help? These words still confuse me. Gosposa? You're talking about these nouns, right? That's a lesson for this week. We're learning about nouns. Nouns, yes, nouns. I think I'm starting to be able to tell them apart, but I can't quite get their meanings. What's this? Shimok. It's... Simunk. It's a name, like the name Angara, the lake, or your name, Vova. Hello, hello. It's the name of a nomadic city. The youth bids his classmates farewell and goes into the mines, ready to get to work. Mine tunnels left unattended gradually wear down and eventually collapse. He will not allow it to happen as long as he is still here. The young man raises his mining lamp and begins his rounds, examining all the rail until he finds a mining cart at one of the forks that does not belong to this place. This is a mining lamp and a letter. This was once the place of a struggle. Damn it, the people who proposed connecting the mine districts were here. They wanted to occupy this garrison outpost. I knew the story was true. Phew. Whoever's lamp this was, it's in good condition. Maybe a little dusty, but it still works. Maybe we should take it to Grifferberg and show everyone. This lamp without a name, and those people without names. Aw. I'm glad that the note was found. Homecoming. Boop. When the gun cease and the screams grow quiet, I'll be back by my other side like when I was born. That doesn't sound very good. All units, this is dispatch. All units, cease fire immediately. We have an urgent request from DD Grifferberg. Repeat, all units, cease fire immediately. Please acknowledge. Exhales. Scope of the ceasefire. All active units. Nods. Acknowledged. Inform Lieutenant Yojin. And ensure that all the units in the 2nd Division observe the ceasefire. All units remain on standby, maintaining battle stations. Until the threat is completely eliminated, we shall continue to serve our duty to protect deity Grifferberg and the people. Summon the quartermaster. Sir, we do not have a quartermaster for this operation. You expected this to be only a quick response, and that it would not take much time to eliminate the rebellious infected. Respond to dispatch as usual. And what is your name, soldier? Private Vyacheslav Kinov, sir. Very well. Inform the lieutenant. Private Kinov, your services are not needed here for now. Warehouse. You had me leave my post to come to you for this little thing. You're out of your mind. Oh, look at you, Patya, all high and mighty in this shield guard armor. Does the pretty helmet of yours block your sight? The maggots in the rations. Bolts that snap like twigs. Even duds. Is this what they sent out to die with? If there are maggots in your rations, you can eat them with the rations. Protein. If the weapons are hard to use, then use your bare hands. We're soldiers, we fight and win. There are only two ends. Keep fighting or die. You're the one who's out of his mind. If you find that someone hasn't been doing his job, you report to your superior, not complain to me here. I'm not the quartermaster. I thought the defender regiments were supposed to be on the top deck. Sorry, sir. I was away from my post. I'll report this to the commissar myself. Salutes. Sir! What did you find out, soldier? Tell me, the reason for your anger. The quality of our supplies and equipment on this operation is exceedingly poor. The rations are insufficient, the cans damaged and filled with maggots. Many of the bolts were not made of steel but crude iron. And the reserve originium bombs are so weak that they're little more than glorified duds. How are we supposed to proceed in the operation with these? Why did you enlist, soldier? To speak up. To To prove myself, I want people to know my name. If they know yours, they'll know your name when the army sends your tags back to your mother, and she etches them on a white birch tree. No, not like that. There's little room for the individual to choose when the collective is at war. But keep this hope in your heart, boy, and your discovery too. For the survival of Ursus and her people, there's only one option. Set this land on fire.
Like, dude. Touch. No way forward. The charity of the virtuous shall reach every corner of this great land. The charity? Let's see how the charity works. Huff, huff. It hurts. The rocks are piercing the flesh. I can almost hear them growing. Why am I still alive? I'm exhausted. I can't feel my limbs. Run, run to the east. Death awaits to the south, death awaits to the north, in the west. The mines are dead end, like those in the far north. I can run from the far north, but how do I run from the pain? Far north border Ursus.
Urgh. I can't run anymore. This is it. Is someone there? I'll take a look. No, please let me. I can sense that it's only a poor soul who has suffered much.
Oh! I'm surprised she's back. Exhausted, dehydrated, starved. You're infected too. He's one of us, comrades. Please, save him, just like you saved all of us. Perform your miracle. It's not a miracle. Empathy is not a main source for his pain. I can only stop his illness from tormenting him, but I cannot give him food, clean water, or safe place to sleep. I can't perform miracles. I'm not all-powerful. I simply believe. You're always so humble. We understand. Can you hear me, sir? I'll hold your hand. Believe. Believe in our life. Believe in our body and mind. Believe every beat of our heart. Believe every inhale and exhale. Believe that we are the source of all strength. No longer will you live in fear of death. The pain brought about by the rapid growth of Originium in his body begins to fade. He can still hear the voices, but he's no longer writhing in pain.
Who are you? You saved me. What can I do to repay you?
You can call me Hirda, like everyone else here.
A miracle! Hirda has once again saved a comrade.
She saved all of us. With her motherly caress, she takes away our pain. Hirda! 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 Yes, that is my name.
What do you look like? I can't see you clearly, or any of the others.
Your head is wounded. Did you fall and hurt yourself? Maybe a mild brain hemorrhage is affecting your vision. Don't worry, we can help you walk. Where are you going?
I don't know.
Then come with us for now.
You're taking us to a place without pain, right?
Yes, as long as you're willing to come with me. Ooh. As long as you believe. Hopefully they'll be fine. And I wonder who she picked up, because the person was bleeding from his head. The only one I can think of right now who was bleeding from the head is Rankin. So that'd be kind of cool if she found Rankin. Okay, let me see real quick. What are these ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or those are thingies? Yeah, we can assume that what kind of effects this kind of groups coming to Earth will be. Oh gosh, I wonder what it'll be like if they go to reunion. Oh man, Rhodes Island too. I hear it seems fine so far. Her new group. Though I'm hoping that if anything, Rhodes Island gets to her first. Could she be a nice addition? Like, wouldn't it be lovely? Though dang, Kira's been walking around a lot. I wonder how big her group got at this point. Like, you go, Hirda. Oh man, I'm excited for the next event. It's gonna be fun. I love the way they've been teasing the event too. Like, let me look on my phone real quick. Because it was so funny. I'm like, wow, these posts that they've been giving. How it's like... Air Expo Columbia preview begins in 1 day. Like, that is so funny. The Air Expo Columbia? Like, wow, I want to go to the Air Expo Columbia. That sounds fun. Thank you, Air Expo Columbia. If Hirda's group has a name of their own, and he has many others, your group might seem like a cult. Yeah. But at least they're peaceful. It's fine. Like, they're more chill. Like, she just goes around alleviating the pain of her apathy. That's it. That's all she's doing. She doesn't ask for anything in return. So she's fine. Unlike, let's say, the Euros foe. Like, you saw the Euros was doing stuff. Yeah, no. But here, on the other hand, yes. 1000% fine. Oh, what's one thing you're worried about when it comes to Hirda? For me, my main worry would be depending who gets to her first. Like, if they try to abuse her, destroy her, force her to use her powers in different ways. Like, that I would not like. So please, Rhodes Island. Please get to her first. She's so benevolent. Being an artist, you wonder if that will crack. Her control originating is unknown in many ways. Hopefully it doesn't crack. Like, Hirda, please stay good. I like you so far, you're fine. We can believe in Hirda. Oh man, I'm excited for the next chapter too. I want to see the glow-ups. But oh well, we gotta wait for that. Like, it's fine. And then before that, there's gonna be a bunch of fun events. And the lovely reruns, so it's more time to build up delicious gacha funds. My favorite. Ooh, hello, hello. Oh gosh, Tsundere-like. Hirda won't crack so easily when it comes to the cruelty after all. Yeah, I believe in her. I do believe. She has knowledge of the bee and all in from the priestess herself, so anything is in a way below her. But that's the one thing priestess did that was good. The one thing. Hey, don't mind me just capturing my daily stuff. Oh yeah, if you're curious about how Moon's doing, this is how she is. 185% so far. I can just run a bunch of stages with her. It'll be fine. Dorothy's 200 already. Moon was the only one whose trust I need to gain. I also gotta run this some more since I do not have enough yet. But it's fine. Just need some Vanguard chips. Delicious. Mmm, yummy. So that's pretty much where I'm gonna put my energy. Because so far I've got this many. Like, sure, I can always fuse, but no, I want to keep it just in case. I can always use more. So yeah, that's where my energy's pretty much been going. So it depends on how I go by the end of the week, since there's like a little bit of time. A couple days. Assuming. So you have to gather these chips and it's gonna be just raising Moomoo's trust with me. And that's fine. So yay. Eventually I'll go back to that bear. But nah, the bear quest takes like 20 energy, so nah. Gotta use my energy for this kind of thing, my sanity. 16 overall was insane. Holy cow. I did not expect it to be that crazy going to the mines. Like, gosh darn it. Though I'm glad it ended off being on the more, like, sweet side rather than bitter for bittersweet. So I'm excited to see how things are gonna turn out. And thank you, Truckers Union. Truckers Union, you came in clutch. Like, we owe them a lot. Some funny thought. Yeah. Like, what kind of explanation did Ludmilla give to Irene? It's like, so we gotta borrow these trucks for reasons. We gotta transport some important cargo, people. It's like, okay, sure. Like, don't worry, they're gonna pay for it. But even better, you can borrow the truck. Yeah, can I borrow some of your mini trucks in Ursus? Please? We probably owe a lot of money at this point. Like, Rose Island can afford it. Yeah, yes we can. Like, go out and get more LMD, Doctor. Like, okay. All for the trucks, all for this fee. We got this. Like, that's gonna be funny. But yeah, for the next couple days, it's gonna be raising Moomoo. Today I'm gonna get enough chips for it for sure. And then after, just trust, 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 and trust. Like, that's fine. Like, I could see putting a tab for that. Or heck, most of the, maybe we have to pay her in some good ingredients too, because she wants to cook good. Which is also fine. Like, pizza. Delicious. And other stuff, of course. But pizza.
Mission accomplished.
Ooh, pretty good. Oops. Just one more. I'm gonna run it like 3 times. That's fine. I'm making that one cake last. Teehee. Hey, she's putting in her work too. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to do the thing in the end. And Anna's not hungry right now. If anything, maybe I'll exercise a bit. Like, the more exercise, the merrier. I gotta prepare myself extra for AX in July. I'm gonna walk around so much, but it's gonna be worth it. I gotta redeem myself and actually enter the Fate Grand Order damage contest. At least one. Last year, I couldn't enter any because I was too late. But this year, I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna camp at the area for like hours in advance. I'm gonna stand there menacingly until they let me in. I'll be like, hi, it's me. May I please enter damage contest? Pretty please, thank you. And if like 2 hours is not enough, oh no. When I'm prepared, I'll T pose, I'll Y pose, I'll assert my dominance, I'm gonna aura form until they let me in. So I must become extra conditioned. Gotta assert dominance. No one can cut in front of me. I'm just gonna be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And in the end, it'll be worth it. But yeah, I'll just hop off for now then. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest day at the Gacha Luck. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. You got this, Moo. At least by tomorrow I want to get her trust to 190-ish.